Welcome back to the mix, everybody. So this past weekend, we lost the iconic fashion and artistic designer Virgil Abloh at the young age of 41. We first met Virgil as one of the Ye's best friends who shared a deep passion for fashion. He turned that passion into drive and created his widely popular label, Off-White, that challenged the typical looks of fashion and created a cult hype that may never be duplicated. Virgil's brand has been worn by some of the biggest names in the industry, like Michael B. Jordan and the late Chadwick Boseman. Virgil also worked with other widely known brands and designers like Nike to create unique looks to classic silhouettes of sneakers that created hype worldwide. Wins like these helped him land his dream job as the first Black artistic director for the prestigious Louis Vuitton brand, putting him at the top of the fashion game and making him a global force. On his own verified Instagram account, it was shared that for over 2 years, Virgil valiantly battled a rare aggressive form of cancer. He chose to endure his battle privately since his diagnosis in 2019, undergoing numerous challenging treatments, all while helming several significant institutions that span fashion, art, and culture. We here at The Mix are truly saddened by this loss, and we want to send our condolences to his family. But also, we thank you, and we thank you, Virgil, for pushing fashion forward and sharing your gift with us in such a classy way. You are loved, and you will be missed. Now, I got to ask everybody, how did you guys feel when you heard the news, and why do you think he was so important to fashion and the culture to Black people?
Yeah, honestly, he's one of the few people I never met, but I've always heard good things about him. Every interview I've seen on him, he always spoke very highly about belief and believing in yourself. And that was something that I admired. I told a friend the other day, I was like, look at his life. There's so many people in this world where you want their success, you want their glory, you want what they have, and you didn't realize why this man was so blessed. He was a true warrior of the light. He was fighting through cancer while he was chasing his dreams. So, I just want to send my prayers to his family, and we definitely lost somebody who was moving us in the right direction, a king.
Absolutely. And on that note, it hasn't been long since he passed away, and a lot of his sneaker collabs actually have gone through the roof with resellers. So what do you guys think about capitalizing on someone's death?
Sadly, it's the name of the game. That's something I always think about. It's like, not to get too dark, but it's like, if something happened to me right now, everybody gonna go back, dang, remember Lil Romeo, he did this and that. It's like, people don't go back and rewind the history until it's too late. People don't give people their roses while they're here. Even you look at somebody like my pops, everything that he did for the culture, sadly, if something happened, people want to highlight it even more. Even look at Zoe Pops, T.I. and Tiny, what they've done for the industry. It's like, people don't appreciate you while you're here. And it's unfortunate because they do use us. You become a brand, and when somebody can make money from the brand, they're going to use it and capitalize off it more. As long as you're here, they can't make that money.
That's what I was going to say. The same thing, happens when artists die as well. We know Young Dolph recently passed, and his streams have increased by over 200% since he died. So, I know Romeo kind of spoke to it already, but how did the rest of you feel about, people coming to support you after you're gone?
I feel like when you pass, for whatever reason, people really actually appreciate you more, and they understood the kind of legacy that you left behind. Like, I remember when Chadwick Boseman passed away, it was literally like our uncle, our dad, like our brother passed away, and we all got to see how beautiful he shined while he was alive. And I think this just is a testament that we need to love on each other hard, because you never know what somebody's going through and behind closed doors. You never know what issues they're facing, and you never know when it's their time to go. So let's just love on each other as hard as we can while we got it.
I wanted to speak to this real quick because you guys all made a good point. You never know what someone's going through. And I recently watched my mom on The Real, and, I already knew that she suffered from body dysmorphia and diabetes. That was nothing new to me. She, with the family, she always told us, but she wanted to wait for the right time to tell her fans. So, when I would see comments and people saying, oh, she's sick, she looks unhealthy, she's too skinny, and people poked at her weight, I never really, thought it was funny, of course, outside of her being my mom. It's just, you never know what someone's going through. Mm-hmm. And I think that's all with Virgil. Like, of course, his close family and friends knew, but we didn't, you know what I'm saying? So he should have received that love when he was here. So, I just wanted to speak to that.
Look, I think we just got to, like Tom say, just love each other, because guess what? At the end of the day, root for each other. If that person's successful, be happy for them. Your time coming. We just got to love each other, like Tom said.
That part. Now, since I got an opportunity to be on this show in profile fashion, I wanted to show some of my favorite looks from Mr. Virgil and some of his streetwear looks. And I wanted the world to kind of see what I chose from him, just to give him a little highlight real quick. So I just chose these three. I love the fact of how classic it was and how seamless it was, but how over the top it is at the same time. So like the one on the right, it almost looks like he's rocking in the clouds. And of course, it's like beautiful and over the top, but also it's clean and it's classic and it's tailored. Everything about him was so tailored. It looked like it's like glued to your skin. You know what I mean? And he had detail in it. So I love these three looks. And I wanted to give a look from a female as well, to have the female perspective too. And all three looks were for Louis Vuitton as well.
I love that.
Man.
Okay, now Louis Vuitton's final Virgil collection hit the runway earlier today, live from Miami, and I got to watch some of it before the show, and it was phenomenal. For one, everything was so well. For one, I feel like Tom was saying, anything that Virgil is a part of, it's always so original. It's like stuff you've never seen before. You wouldn't even have thought to put together. The colors, down to the accessories, everything was just so well put together. I feel like there were a lot of winter vibes going on that I want to get into. Like, I don't know. I always wonder, like, how do you get the clothes off the runway? I'm not that elite of a celebrity yet, but like, I'm trying to get the clothes.
You better talk to Tiny, because she got everything, baby. She gets it right off.
Right. Yeah, she don't put me on. She leave me in the back.
Dang.
She said, go to mom.
Okay.